Here's a very simple question. What is an identity? Now look at this equation. X plus y is equal to y plus x. No matter what value we take for x and y, this equation will always be satisfied. By satisfied, I mean the left-hand side will always equal the right-hand side. Let us try different values for x and y. Assume x equals 1 and y equals 2. We try substituting these values on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. The left-hand side will be 1 plus 2, which equals 3. We put 1 in place of x and 2 in place of y. And the right-hand side equals 2 plus 1, which also equals 3. So for these values, the equation is satisfied. The left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Now we assume different values for x and y and check again. Remember, this will be an identity if it is satisfied for any values of x and y. Say x equals minus 1 and y equals 3. We get the left-hand side as minus 1 plus 3, that equals 2. And the right-hand side equals 3 plus minus 1, and that also equals 2. So the equation is satisfied for these values too. No matter what values you try out, this equation will always be satisfied. These kind of equations are called identities. Now here's another question. Say PQ equals square root of PQ. To check whether this equation is an identity, we try substituting different values of P and Q in the equation. Let us assume P equals 1 and Q equals 1. The left-hand side equals 1 multiplied by 1, and that equals 1. And the right-hand side equals square root of 1 multiplied by 1, which also equals 1. So these values of P and Q satisfy this equation. So does that mean this equation is an identity? Let us try a few more values. Assume P equals 1 and Q equals 2. After we substitute these values, we get the left-hand side as 1 multiplied by 2, that equals 2. The right-hand side equals square root of 1 multiplied by 2, which equals square root of 2. So we can see that for these values of P and Q, the equation is not satisfied. Hence, this equation is not an identity. So if we have to summarize, we say that an identity is an equation that is satisfied for any values of its variables.